Hi everyone, Sonia Pires here from Commit to be Fit, and today I am making a video to talk to you about how my last trip was. I went through Brighton all the way towards east through the coast and around and then to Whitstable, and I did that in 3 days. Like I promised, I want to share with you how it was and how I felt, what did I do to feel better throughout the whole trip. And so let's get started. Throughout this video I'm going to go through some parts of video montage so you can have a look at what I've seen as well through the trip, and then I'm going to chat a little bit about nutrition and mindset, and at the end I will answer to questions that some of you have asked on my Instagram stories, and I will end with some insights. As I said, I started my trip in Brighton. I didn't want to waste time going from London to Brighton because it would take me a whole day. So I took the train to Brighton, and this is how my day has started. This is gonna be epic. I'm done with your heels, Hastings. I'm done with your heels. Running out of snacks, so this is what I'm gonna have, fresh from the plant. So sweet. On the first day, I would say it was the day that I felt better in terms of energy because I was fresh, but also I had better snacks with me. I tried this new recipe that I found on YouTube of rice cakes, apparently very famous in the cycling world, and they really worked really well. I also had dates bars made of dates, and they have no sugar in it. I also had some paninis. The reason why I didn't have sugar, it's because I feel much more energetic when I don't have sugar, and having a natural no added sugar carbs, it still gives me a lot of energy and fuel, and I don't have the spikes of having sugar. Also, the other day I tried a gel and I did not like it. It's just a weird texture in the mouth and it does not suit my taste. So I'm sticking to natural food. The first day was the longest one. I actually didn't think I was going to feel that hungry, but I kept feeling hungry and I had to buy some more food through the journey. And that was it in terms of food. What I also noticed that made a huge difference was to have electrolytes in my water. It was the first time that I cycled and drank electrolytes. Now on Friday it was really hot. It was like 36 degrees and I kept on drinking. I must have drunk more than 6 liters of water in total, but I felt really fresh and hydrated throughout the whole trip. It was actually nice that I was cycling because I had this constant breeze, whereas whenever I stopped it was like really hot. So I'm glad that I was cycling in that day. Once I got to the hotel, I just took a shower and then I enjoyed a whole pizza on my own. I was feeling really tired that night. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go out and eat or if I just wanted to sleep and have something small, but I spent 4,000 calories on that day and for sure I didn't have that through the day. So thinking about the fact that I had another ride to do the next day, I made the effort to go and have that pizza and I felt so much better after and ready to have a good sleep. I really enjoyed that little town of Folkestone. It was really nice when I woke up in the morning. There was not many people around in the street, so I went to have my breakfast and got ready for another day. It was a sunny day and I woke up feeling good, and here is the montage. I have to take a moment to appreciate this view. Because I decided to take the footpath and it's uphill and in the deep forest, like that. You can't even see where I came from. And then this is the second gate like that I have to get my bike over. It's okay, I'm learning. Second day, it started with a huge surprise. I had this really high and steep hill. Most of it I had to do just pushing my bike. I don't know why, but Komoot took me through a weird path that was like really deep in terms of forest. I don't know what to call that. And then I had to get my bike over those little gates, which I don't know the name, but it was not easy that beginning. But I got rewarded with the views once I got to the top, so not so bad. Once the hills were done, it was a much better ride. I could actually just enjoy what I was seeing and not having to be so focused on the physical effort. What happened on the second day was a saddle sore. I didn't have the best shorts for the second day, and so the padding wasn't as good and it really got sore. Also, after 137 kilometers from the previous day, it must have had an impact as well. So what was the hardest in that day was definitely the saddle sore. On the second day as well, I didn't drink as much water as on the previous day. I also didn't have as much food, and I only had the dates bars, but also I thought that since I had pizza the previous night and poached eggs in the morning, I thought I was gonna last for longer. I think, to be honest, the hydration had the most impact, so at the end of that day I didn't feel as good, and I know that something isn't as good within my body when I feel that weird nausea. Once I got to Ramsgate, my focus was to go to the beach, and I went to the beach and I went for a swim in the sea, and I saw some kids playing around with the inflatable ring, and then I realized that it was going off with the current and it was coming towards my side. So I thought, why not be a hero and go and save the ring for the kids? So I started swimming, and quickly I realized that I was very tired. And so I had to let it go. It was sad, but they were thankful that I tried. After the beach, I went back to the hotel, took a shower, and went for dinner. I didn't really feel like going to eat, but I had to eat. I had to eat to fuel my body for the next day. I started by eating some salad. With the vitamins, I felt much better, and then I was able to actually feel hungry to eat the meat and rice. I really enjoyed Ramsgate overnight. There's like lots of restaurants and it's very lively. I stayed by the marine, so it was really nice to see the boats and then the moon and the sea. It was really nice. The next morning I woke up feeling like I don't want to ride, I just want to take a train, go home, but I made it, and once I started I felt so good that I did, and it was really nice, all the views that I had. I would say that was the day that I cycled the most, literally by the beach, and it was really nice to see all the beaches, and here is the montage. As you've seen, I have decided to end my trip in Whitstable. It was a really nice afternoon in there, and I already had cycled so much. The saddle sore was terrible, and to be honest, I could have cycled more in terms of energy, but the sore was too bad. So I thought, why not reward myself with just staying in the beach for a few hours, going to the sea, and then take the train back home. And I think that was the best decision. Now let's go for Q&A, and let's start with the first question. In terms of focus, I think it was relatively easy. I was having a lot of pleasure just watching the sea next to me or the fields. I was literally just enjoying it. And when it comes to effort, I would just try and be present and just think of like pedal once at a time, and just easy. In terms of motivation, I didn't really need much motivation because I was really enjoying it, so it was easy. Next question: what was your most favorite part of this adventure? I would say whenever I was on the top of a cliff and see all the sea around, I really like that feeling of just seeing lots of water around me. So I would say those were my favorite bits of the whole trip. Next question: what trains did I take? So I took a train from London to Brighton, and then I took a train from Whitstable to London. Next question, we've got: what was the most used and essential items in this adventure? Most used, definitely my phone and the water bottles. Also the chargers. I had to take the chargers to charge my phone. Essential items, I would say the water bottles, really. I didn't have much on me, so yeah. Next question: did you overpack? No. It's impossible to overpack if you want to have a nice ride. I literally only had the essentials: my cycling clothes, flip-flops, and cycling shoes, and then like two sets of clothes for the night, and that's it. And then yeah, had the basics for hygiene and my food. How did you endure the heat and exhaustion? I guess I already answered that, but yeah, water, electrolytes. I also had amino acids and lots of food. In terms of the food, you need to eat like a little bit, like often, like every hour or so. You can't have too much at a time, otherwise your energy levels will go down. Exhaustion, I didn't really feel too exhausted, because whenever I felt a little bit more tired, I would just cycle slower, and that's it. Now on to the inside. So as I was cycling around, and especially on the hills, it really got me thinking that on those hills, like in life, there are highs and lows, and one thing to remember is that whenever we struggling, in this case on the hills, going up, we must remember that there will be a downhill after that, and just keep on going, and eventually you get to the easy bit and fun and enjoyable. So you know, nothing is just flat, and that's life. So this is my video for you, and I hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you have any other questions. I will be doing more rides soon. Next weekend I'm gonna go and ride from London to Southend, deep in the water, and come back. I'll see you soon.